Hey guys, what's up? So I'm at a parking lot right now. My car's not starting. I went to get some frozen yogurt. Parked my car. Went to get some frozen yogurt. Wasn't in there for any more than like 10, 15 minutes. Got back into my car. Had a couple of scoops of frozen yogurt, and tried to turn on my car, and nothing. So nothing. And my yogurt's halfway melted because I've been trying to figure out what the deal is with this situation. So basically, man, I was in there for maybe 15 minutes. I don't know what the hell happened to my car in like 15 minutes. It was working fine this morning. I was driving it all around, not a problem. And then went to get some yogurt. Bam, it won't crank at all. That's like the major problem right now. It's the only problem that I'm having is that everything else works in the car except the engine's not turning on. It's not cranking. I'm hearing a click. It's not cranking at all, which kind of really sucks. It really sucks, guys. So I'm like, all right. So basically, what's going through my head was, I've been driving this car all day. So I mean, I don't think it's the battery. I didn't think it was the battery. Don't think it's the battery. It's not the battery. Pretty sure it's not the battery because So basically, first thing I did was like, okay, I'm hoping it's the battery. Crossing my finger, hoping it was the battery, because that's like the easiest fix if it was the battery. It's got a warranty on the battery. I would just go back and change it because I changed that battery like 6 months ago. So I'm like, all right, well, let me get out, turn on my lights, see how bright the lights are, and the lights are pretty damn bright. So I'm like, at that point, I'm like, oh, probably not the battery, but I wasn't 100% sure of it, so I was able to get somebody to try to give me a jump. So put some cables on it, and waited for like a couple minutes for the car to charge up. Turn it, try to get to start, and it won't crank. It won't crank at all. It won't crank at all. Same thing. Click. There was like a click and nothing else. All right, all the lights on, everything works, blow motor works, everything works, radio works, but I just hear a click. So I'm like, okay, at that point, it's not the battery, and it's not the alternator either, because basically what the alternator would normally just die out on you when your engine is running. My engine wasn't running when I couldn't start it. But if it was the alternator, once I put cables onto it, the car would have just started up without a problem. But once you take the cables off, the car would have died out. And none of those situations happened. So at this point, I could rule out the battery and the alternator. Those two things I could rule out. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, what else could cause this? All right, like at this point, I'm not thinking it's a starter. Wasn't thinking it's a starter. I'm still not thinking it's a starter right now, because I had that starter changed up like 7 months ago. It's a rebuilt starter. It was changed up 7 months ago. And, I can't believe that a starter that was put in 7 months ago, I maybe put in I don't know, less than 20,000 miles on my car within 7 months. 20,000? I don't know, but I didn't put up a ridiculous amount of miles on my car. Maybe that is kind of high. I don't know, but basically a starter is supposed to last you like well over 100,000 miles. But at this point, I'm like, going down my list, I'm thinking it could be these other two things: a relay or a fuse. Relay or fuse. All right. I didn't think it was the relay, because basically I was hearing a click coming from the engine. Well, it wasn't from the engine, but I was hearing a click. So once you hear a click, basically in these kind of situations, you know that click is coming from the starter. And basically what happens with the relay is electricity from the battery is relaying through the relay to the starter. Man, that yogurt was good. That frozen yogurt was pretty good. But basically, Once you hear that click, once I hear that click, I know it's not the relay, so I can rule that out. It could be a fuse, though. It could very well be a fuse, but the two situations I had where the car wouldn't start as a result of a fuse blown was there was a main fuse that was in the battery compartment. Well, that was the main. Well, it was under the hood in one of the fuse boxes under the hood, and that was a main fuse. And that blew, and I was getting no electricity in the car, as if somebody took the cables off the battery, off the car. That's not the situation here, because I'm actually getting electricity, because basically all the lights on my dash work, my radio works, and blow motor works. So that's not the situation here. Okay, I can tell you that that's not the fuse that's blown. So the other situation that I've encountered with a blown fuse was, my car cranked but wouldn't turn over, which is not the situation here. I mean, that was a blown fuse. I believe it was either a fuse for the fuel pump or the car's computer, one of those things. But this car is not cranking at all, so I know that's not the case here. So, all those cases, all right, everything down the list that I could possibly think of. It could still be a fuse, but I don't think it is. I mean, I can't be 100% sure about that, but I don't think it is. Okay, so I'm thinking it's got to be the start at this point, because I can't think of any other thing. It's got to be the start at this point. All right. If you guys know anything about rebuilt starters, I did buy a rebuilt starter. I mean, I went like the difference between a regular starter, a rebuilt starter, and a brand new starter. A brand new starter would charge you like twice as much. Like, it was like $300 for a brand new starter. This starter I got was like $150 or something like that. And man, it lasted me like 8 months. This is like really awful if it is the problem. So I'm thinking rebuilt starters. Normally they change one part of it, whatever the part that's broken, that's the part they change, and they leave everything else the same. I mean, I don't know how they actually like make it so that they clean up everything so that it looks like 100% like it's brand new. But you guys ever get rebuilt products? I mean, they all look like they're 100% rebuilt, 100% brand new. That's not the case. I spent like $150 on the starter. At this point, I'm gonna have to. Man, if this is the problem, I'm gonna be pretty. This is gonna be a pretty frustrating thing for me, because now I'm gonna have to, either pay somebody or spend some time, like a couple hours, changing the starter up, But my starter is warranted. I know it's warranted because I asked for about that. I could get a brand new starter. I could get like either brand new starter. No, I have to get a rebuilt starter, because a brand new starter is going to cost me $300 out of pocket. So I'm going to have to go and buy another rebuilt starter to put in this car, hoping that it will last a lot longer than this situation I'm having right here, which kind of sucks. I did call AAA, and it's gonna be like an hour before AAA gets to me. Some tow truck gets to me, if that. I'm wasting like I'm gonna be wasting like 4, 5, 6 hours, including me putting the part in. I'm gonna be wasting that much time because of this situation, which really sucks. But I'm gonna call AAA back right now, and hopefully, they could give me a good estimate on when this guy's gonna be here. They said an hour. Hopefully, they get here sooner, because I need to get out of this place right now. All right, but I'm gonna keep you guys updated on this. All right, guys, what's up? So it was a starter. I did a couple of tests on it. After I got back home, I actually bumped it with a long crowbar, and it didn't start up. So I did actually put a wire from the battery to the terminal, the solenoid. That didn't start up. So at that point, I knew it was the starter. And I did change the starter out. It's working back to normal again. And the only thing about it is, I didn't want to put the time into this. I really didn't. Considering, I did get I did get a replacement because there was a warranty on it. I did get a replacement for free, but that wasn't the point. I told the guy at the counter, these starters, they're supposed to last like over 100,000 miles, but but if you guys know anything about starters, or rebuilt, you guys know anything about rebuilt stuff, rebuilt starters, rebuilt alternators, if you guys ever have experiences with that, you guys know that they don't actually rebuild all of it. They only replace the one single part that's broken. Every other part on that alternator starter actually has the same mileage that that was on the car when it was taken off, which is really crazy. But I actually went back, got another rebuilt starter because I didn't want to shell out $300 for a brand new one. And even a brand new one, you can't be 100% sure about that. So popped it in. It's working normally now, so I don't working normally now. So that doesn't suck, but it sucked that I actually had to waste so much time. I had to waste so much time on that. Like not a lot of time, but I didn't want to take some time on my day to redo a part that was done 9 months ago that's supposed to last well over 100,000 miles. Sucks. It is what it is. I hope this has helped you guys out. If it has, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe and please leave a comment, guys. Okay. All right. Take care.